Thanks, Chris. He says he's not going to sit by and be bullied. Today, former Governor Steve Beshear fired back at current Governor Matt Bevin.
It comes a week after the governor made accusations of wrongdoing during Beshear's 8 years in office. WKYT's Hillary Thornton begins our top story team coverage at 5.
Former Governor Steve Beshear saying today that current Governor Matt Bevin has declared war on both his family and his administration.
Because he started this food fight that he enjoys instead of governing by calling us liars, by criticizing my wife, and now by ginning up a political investigation to try to sully our reputation. And quite simply, I'm not going to stand back and let him do that. I'm proud of what we did for 8 years.
The former governor strongly denying accusations made by Bevin, then going on an attack of his own, calling the current governor a, quote, vindictive bully who is attacking the Beshear family and administration to distract from his actions and decisions made since taking office.
Every time he throws a falsehood at me, I'm going to hit him between the eyes with the truth about him.
Beshear's claims include that Bevin coerced university presidents into a budget cut agreement, as well as that he is unethically raising funds to cover his campaign debt, and that he bullied Democratic legislators to switch parties.
And threatened to cancel road projects in their districts if they didn't comply. When they refused, he said he'll destroy them. And folks, I understand that the FBI may be looking in to that kind of conduct.
Beshear says many advised him to just sit back and ignore the accusations by Bevin, with today's news conference being the last thing he wanted to do. However, he says he will not sit back and be a punching bag for the next 4 years. In Frankfort, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Beshear talked about his Secretary of the Personnel Cabinet, Tim Longmire, who pled guilty to a federal bribery charge. The former governor says Longmire betrayed him, and if he had any knowledge of his criminal actions, he would have been fired on the spot.
Governor Matt Bevin is in Europe this week on an economic development trip, but it didn't take Governor Bevin's office long to fire back at Mr. Beshear. His office issued a statement just before noon. WKYT's Sean Moody continues our top story team coverage from the live desk. Sean?
Hey there, Sam. A spokesperson for Governor Matt Bevin and the Republican Party of Kentucky had harsh words of their own for former Governor Steve Beshear. They said he didn't have any evidence to back up his allegations and that he was just trying to save his legacy.
Bevin spokeswoman Jessica Ditto said, quote, after a top-level appointment of both him and his son pleaded guilty to federal bribery last week, former Governor Beshear is merely trying to protect what is left of his legacy. Every wild, baseless accusation he has attempted to levy is not corroborated by any facts whatsoever. Governor Bevin is focused on the job the people of Kentucky elected him to do, which is to restore fiscal responsibility and create economic opportunity. He will let the investigation take its course and has said all he intends to say about the matter, end quote. Republican Party of Kentucky spokesman Trey Watson said Beshear is trying to cover for the Democratic Party.
This is a governor who is desperate to keep the misdeeds of himself, his party, for more than 50 years in Frankfort in the shadows. They want to keep Kentuckians in the dark as to how they operated their government, how taxpayer dollars were used.
Now, Watson also criticized Beshear's decision to hold this news conference while Bevin was out of town on that economic development trip. Beshear said in that news conference that when he arranged the date of it, he wasn't aware that Bevin was out of the country. At the live desk, Sean Moody, WKYT.
And Watson said he applauded Bevin's approach of looking for an outside investigator to look into the Beshear administration. Beshear has said the Executive Branch Ethics Commission should handle it.